Welcome to the playground.
You think you've seen it all?
Neuwerts FM, leading your marketing to where the magic happens.
Ready for transformation?
It might not work.
That's why I do it.
Who says that doesn't work?
And here is your host, Ingo Stoll.
Hello and welcome everybody to episode number 13 of Neuwerts FM, the podcast for routine killers and new marketing. I am your host, Ingo Stoll, and I'm grateful to present you another international episode in which we will lead off the fight with Google+, my personal social dragon, and officially the social layer for the Google ecosystem. And we get shelter from blogger and Google Plus authority Martin Shervington. So thanks for taking your time, and we are now about to leave the comfort zone and turn Neuwerts to where the magic happens.
Kick off. Kick off.
This episode is special due to different reasons. First, I'm not at home. I'm in Den Helder in the Netherlands, and I'm sitting in someone else's house. Yeah, while the owners sit in mine over in Germany. So, we live what you call you are what you share, and we share our houses. And if you hear some chicken or seagulls in the background from time to time, well, now you know why. Second, I'm still excited because yesterday I attended the all-free Build Your Influence online seminar presented by Justin Weiss. 10 inspirational talks with amazing guests and thought leaders, and my new colleague at Neuwerts, Stefan Röbbeln, he joined in, and we started to craft some of the countless punchlines from Casey Graham and Ben Armand or Jeff Goins, for example, into perfect visual content by using a very helpful app. So you will find some of our visual quotes in the show notes, and I decided to make this very app our toolbox tip of the week later in this episode, right after the Insights interview. And I have to quote my favorite punchline from the Build Your Influence session yesterday, knocked out by one of the grandmasters of social media, Gary Vaynerchuk, being asked by Justin Weiss about his key factors for social media success, and he said, "You can't automate human spirit." Yeah, and this quote is more or less a long ball for reason number 3, why this episode is special. I'm about to face my greatest challenge in social media platform management, the ultimate social dragon, Google+. Yeah. Do you remember these stupid ghost town rants beginning, at the beginning of this year, saying there's nobody in the Google Plus community and Facebook is the better social network and so on and so on. Well, to me it often looked exactly like that, because I didn't discover the human spirit within Google Plus so far. I'm a Facebook guy, and I guess I'm quite familiar with the human-to-human connection there. And even on Twitter, I found out a way to live that spirit for almost a year now, thanks to Michael Stelzner and his network, who lifted me off. Yeah, but in Google Plus, no way. I have nearly no followers there, and nobody seems to share my content if I publish it on Google+. And even if it's the same content that is sometimes flying on Twitter or Facebook, no way on Google+. Google+ looked like the perfect playground for the techie SEO guys, which represent a certain form of automation specialists to me. So I don't even know when I started on Google+, so I looked it up for you, and it says my first post was published in July 2011, right in front of the convention camp taking off in November. And to that very day, today is the 1st of August 2014, I count 338 followers, and Google claims to know that my profile has approximately 24,000 views. Yeah, but my most plussed post so far adds up to 6 plus ones. Yeah, and it's the post related to episode number 8 of this Neuwärts FM podcast with Dimitri Tarasovsky, and he is a Google analyst. Yeah, so of course he might know some people who engage with him, and when he's mentioned in content like that, I maybe get a plus from there. But that's it. Yeah. So you might say right now, well, if you prefer Facebook or Twitter, just go for it and leave Google Plus to the geeks. Yeah. But I heard about the relevance of Google Plus if it comes to social search. And hey, Google Plus is Google. No marketer can afford to give Google a skip so far, I think. And somehow it might be a platform to reach people who are not on Facebook or Twitter. So I know it all comes down to my social strategy, and if or if not, Google Plus plays an important role in my strategy. Yeah. But how can you answer this question if you haven't seen it all and if you didn't understand the nature of Google Plus so far? This is exactly what I want to find out for me and for you. And first and foremost, this is the one and only podcast show for routine killing, and our mission is leaving the comfort zone. So I am ready to walk the talk and find out what Google Plus is really all about, what works with an attitude of human-to-human connection, and what are the useful hints and tools that do support this mission. So, I don't know right now what it is, and on my trek through undiscovered Google Plus land, I better get myself a good coach. Actually, I didn't find a good one. I found the best one. Martin Shervington. Martin is a Google Plus authority with more than 550,000 followers and approximately 50 million views on his profile. And, he is the source of wisdom if it comes to understanding Google Plus and leverage the networking effects. He is the founder of Plus Your Business community and agency, which is the number one place for Google Plus for business. And in his Plus Your Business Academy, he promises to reveal Google Plus and its hidden secrets, even to Facebook guys like me. That's exactly where my journey into the undiscovered Google Plus land begins. And if you struggle with Google Plus so far, like I did, and you want to find out what its value for you and your business is or may be, you can follow me on my track. I'll let you know how in a couple of minutes, but let's first introduce the head behind Plus Your Business in a short round about 10 minutes insights interview recorded at the Social Media Marketing World in March this year.
Insights.
Good. Yeah, so we're up and running. I'm very happy to have Martin Shervington here as my first official guest on the Neuwärts FM podcast. So Martin, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm delighted to be the first guest. So thank you. I'm honoured.
You know this first primacy and recency effect? This is what sticks. If you have the commercial block, the first one sticks in the mind, and the last one, everything in between, struggles harder. Yeah?
Okay, good. Okay. We're going to see if we can make this a useful session for people as well.
We will. So, for those who don't know you, maybe you just can tell us a little bit of who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I'm a blogger. I blog largely around Google and the Google ecosystem. Most people will know me within that context around Google+. And what I do is work with a community, which is Plus Your Business as well as Plus Your Life, to generate relationships within that platform based around content and events. And what then in turn happens is that you find that this starts to get you interest in search results. Google Plus is very good at helping people take their content, take their personality, take themselves and their business into a broader realm. And that starts with the community. So that's really where I come from. I have a YouTube channel and I have a couple of websites, martinshervington.com and plusyourbusiness.com, where I give away what I do for free to lots of people. And there's around about 500,000 views on my Google Plus content on YouTube, and about, I think, visitor levels, about 600,000 people a year at the moment between my two blogs.
That's great. So how long did it take you to get these figures? How long?
2 years.
2 years? Only 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to Google Plus, I mean, I must admit, I'm a Facebook guy. So I am on Google Plus, but I'm struggling, to get the big picture, because each and everybody who met at the first glimpse in Google Plus is talking about SEO. So it's all about search engine optimization, and so it sounded to me like a
dry.
Technical thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
yeah.
you're talking about community. So
social.
What is it about social in Google Plus?
So the official phrase that you hear from people, and people at Google in particular, is that Google Plus is different. Google have put a social layer across Google's products and services, and that is Google Plus.
Yeah.
And it has an aspect that is a social destination, and that's what most people see. It's that platform. We think there's a bit like Facebook and a bit like Twitter and so on. However, it goes throughout their products and services. So if you use Gmail, you find that you can add people to circles from your Gmail, which is a Google Plus thing. If you go to a website, you notice that the +1 button, and you can share, you click and it has a share box, and you can share to specific circles. So it's very much a tailored experience based upon what you're doing on Google Plus. Then you go to YouTube. YouTube comments are integrated back into Google Plus, and in fact can auto-generate a post on Google Plus. Then you go to Google Maps, and then you go to and we've got Google Local, which ties into that. And then we have Android, and all of it, this is the punchline, is Google Plus is Google.
Yeah.
It's the new Google. We are the social layer that now goes throughout. So when you talk about the first bit, which is search engine optimization, that is a natural benefit to being social. This is the two worlds collide of social and search. Google Plus is this bit that bridges and allows you to build communities, build relationships with people that then say, hey, do you know what? This is great content. And when they engage with it, when they comment and particularly share, effectively it creates a new post, a new link, and it has a new URL.
Yeah.
So what then happens is that sends a signal to Google that, hey, this might be worth looking at. And over time, the quality of your content and the trust that you build leads to a reputation that your content's good, so the community go, hey, you're posting every time, I'm going to get straight onto that. And then that surfaces in search. And that's when you become an authority. Outside of your circles, people then look for those key phrases that you're interested in, and naturally your content's coming up.
So let's pretend I'm a small business. Maybe I'm the owner, or I'm a leading marketing guy, and I say, well, okay, I didn't do Google Plus so far.
Yeah.
If I listen to what you say, it's about community, and the benefit is showing up in the search results. But I have to focus on great content and the community first. How do I get started?
I think the start is going to your website, looking at your blog, and looking at the nature of content that your audience could relate to, and then making it unique and brilliant. And
just like that.
And this is really a 2-year journey, I think, for a lot of people. Yeah. And when you start with your website, not only have you then got Google Plus, you've got other platforms that people may be on, Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn, that you can distribute that content to. And all of that, the touch points across these different platforms, you often find the same people are missing it on one place and finding it on another. And these are the people that you want to be connecting with. Google Plus is still, it's almost 3 years old now. But you can get in, every business can get involved now, and a person can find the influencers that are in their niche and build relationships like I'd say nothing before. The methods that we have, you can break through the noise. It's a global platform that is encouraging people to go and shake hands and say, I'm here. The key tip I would give to people, apart from the content, is when people arrive on Google+, engage with other people before you try and get engagement yourself. So if you've created the best thing in the world for your industry, it's better to go out and be friendly with people and then have them go, hey, what do you do? Than to be trying to push that content and say, all I want is search results. It's not going to work. You've got to go and become a community member. You've got to go and support and build a network. And you flow information, you flow content within that network, which in turn, people then start to reciprocate. Because that's life. That's how these things work.
That's great. That's great. And, you know, everybody who knows me knows that if it comes to social media, or let's say social versus media, I belong to the social side, so I'm very happy to hear what you say. One more question. We do consulting, and we actually do consulting for a lot of companies, and these organizations face a new problem. That means the person, so the personal trademarks are what matters in Google. So it's not that much the company account or the brand, because it's driven by the communities, that means by the people itself contributing.
Actually, it's both. So there's two aspects. There's two main things here. There's one is the profile, which is the individual. That's a person. They have a name, and if they have their photo, and they've tagged that photo with their name, then their photo can appear alongside search results for content that they've authored, including Google Plus posts. So that's a profile. A company has a page, and there is an SEO value on engagement with that content, the same as if there was with an author of content with a profile. So even though their picture doesn't appear, there is something called rel equals publisher markup. And I'm not going to get all geeky, but it means that the page gets connected to the website, and the authority is then seen to be one system, one thing. The page is the company's representation of that brand or that business on Google+. And what you find is that there's a number which is on the brand page, which it's often different to the number of people that they have in circles or that are following them, which is also a very powerful thing for networking. But it's called the social number, and it comes from the number of people that have followed the page, if they own a community, the number of people in the community, and then it's about engagement around their content, plus ones. And Google won't give the formula to this. But there's something in it. They're not doing this by accident. So what's happening is that everybody's now watching very much how pages are building the social number, building authority on the things that they do, because at some point it's certainly possible for the little icons that are next to search, minute photos, to be the pages that appear. And we've seen some tests on that already. We've seen that appear. So I'd say that it's not just about individuals, although that's very important. It's about the brand's content as well, and the company's content being distributed and engaged upon on Google+.
Great. So maybe we draw a line in here, because we could go on forever.
I probably will go on forever on this subject. Ingo,
and I mean, everybody who can actually make it to your session will be happy, so I hopefully do it. Otherwise, I'm going to see a recording and have the privilege to have you here on my own little table.
Well, thank you.
As a social media marketing conference. So, at the end, I have another project I talked to you about. It's called topinfluencer.com. So I want to invite you to be part of this top influencer platform, because it's great people sharing great content on Google Plus and on other social and content topics as well. So you will find more answers on there. And one question that we always ask our top influencers on this platform is one personal question and one official question. So let's start with the business question.
Okay.
Well, everybody's interested in what is the future in social media. How does it look like? So as I said, is it a struggle between social and media? Is there a bridge, a gap? So what's your opinion on that?
I think the future is community. And I think it's content that's of value to that community, and they will spread the message. And for me, I believe that in time, Google will index more of other platforms' signals, and so they will start to gain value. So people's social presence generally will start to indicate to Google that that content is authoritative and should surface in search. So I really think social and search are going to come together more and more.
Okay, great. And the personal question, one of my favorite questions actually, and I borrowed it from Larry, from the opening session in the morning. So tell us, what is on your bucket list? Anything left on your bucket list?
I've got some travel places. I've never been to Nepal, so that's one of the things on there. I think that it's a journey at the moment, and I'm waiting. I'm throwing myself at the world and seeing how the world responds. There is one thing that I am working on. As a confession, I do stand-up comedy.
Oh, great.
And I am still very amateur.
So we have to put the link to see you doing stand-up comedy into the show notes, of course.
Okay, well, and I've done some on stage with Google Glass, and I've actually got a perspective of the audience with the camera and me with Google Glass going on whilst I'm talking about
this is what I call geeky.
It's really geeky, really geeky. So one of the things is, how far can I take that? What can I do with that? Because I believe there will be a lot of comedy around Google Plus when the world wakes up. So I have a few things that are taking me out into the world.
Great. Yeah. So we're looking forward to see more of your stand-up comedy, but of course of your Google Plus expertise. So Martin, thank you very much for being guest on Neuwerts FM. And you will gonna find everything, some links on the show notes to read it and follow you, and hopefully see you on topinfluencer.com.
Fantastic.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good stuff, man. Lovely interview.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah. This was definitely a great interview. It was my very first one on the social media marketing world, and Martin was probably the best guest to ramp it off. So, if it comes to Google Plus, I'm ready now, because it doesn't sound too difficult, right? And yes, there is hope on the way. Engaging with other people was his key tip in the interview. And did you hear him say, the future is community? This will be definitely tweetable, and you can do this in a great visual way. I show you in the toolbox in a couple of minutes. So the future is community. This is what Martin Shervington said, and this is what I'm gonna find out and see whether the human-to-human connection will work on Google+. So, are you willing to find out more what Google+ can do for your business? Well, I do. So, that's why I started the Plus Your Business Academy Fast Track today, on this very day. And within the next 6 months, I'm gonna invest time and engagement in Google+, gratefully supported by Martin Shervington. And I will report here and on Google+, of course, about the progress I hopefully make and about the insights I receive and I would like to share with you. I will go to level 2 and 3 of the Academy's levels. There are 5 all in. And level 3 is labeled the Pathfinder. So I will hopefully make it to level 3 within the next 6 months at least. But you can start with the Pioneer level 1 absolutely free of charge. Martin has crafted a quick starter package including over 10 videos and a lot of PDF files and so on, many resources, all for free. You will find the way, your path, to be the pioneer here to level 1 on plusyourbusiness.com/quickstarter. plusyourbusiness.com/quickstarter, or just look it up in the Neuwerts FM show notes, neuwerts.fm/episode/013. So let's find out together, and I'm more than curious what it will say in 6 months from now. And one lesson we've learned already early in the podcast episodes, and that is content is king, but visual content is queen. So let's transition over to our toolbox of the week to present you an app for exactly these means.
Toolbox.
Yeah, the app I'm talking about is called WordSwag. Word WORDSWAG. WordSwag. And it is a great tool for empowering the impact of quotes and small texts on a visual basis. The app is approximately $3 or euros, and the tool is available on iOS and Android, and it helps you to craft small texts beautifully in different styles and in front of various visual backgrounds. You can upload your own pictures or choose from a set of stock materials, and most of the typo styles are included, but some additional ones can be purchased as in-app deals. For example, I followed the Build Your Influence sessions yesterday from Justin Wise, and as I told you, we had this quote from the fabulous Gary Vaynerchuk stating, "You cannot automate human spirit." And what I did immediately is I took a picture from a robot, actually. I found it on Pinterest, and I took the picture and crafted the typo styles from the quotes, and I took this and put it up on my Twitter feed with the hashtag of BYI. And you can see immediately that you get better shares and people like it. Yeah, I mean it's more visual, it's better. It's not the quote, it's the quote in combination with the picture. So I recommend you use it and just give it a try, and you can share immediately from the app into Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, or via email. Unfortunately, you can't publish to Google Plus directly. Yeah, but I'm sure the detour via upload will serve its purpose. So yeah, have a look. Look it up. WordSwag is our app of the week. Yeah, that's it for now. This was episode number 13, and I guess I'll go and feed the chicken now. Because they're going mad out there. And when I'm back, I'll feed the show notes for you with lots of great links and bonus material from Martin Shervington for Google Plus pioneers. Yeah, and if you want to read more of him, don't forget about his blog, martinshervington.com, and you can hear him if you take part in the next Social Media Success Summit number 14, starting in October. I'm gonna be there as well, and Martin Shervington, you can meet him and engage there, and he will tell more about Google Plus, of course. Yeah. And I guess I will craft his visual quote using WordSwag for my statement of the day. The future is community. Yeah, like that. So, yeah, bye-bye, take care, and stay social.